How's it going, everybody? Tommy Star here. Thank you for clicking on this video and welcome to my 2018 Complete Blu Ray Collection. So, like last year, this is going to be every single title that I have up until December 31st, 2017. So, there are a couple titles that I've gotten so far this year that I haven't put on the shelves yet. So we're just going to leave those out. You obviously will see those in my January update, and we'll just kind of go from there. Last year when I did this update, I think I was like just over 500 titles, you guys. And it's pretty hard to believe, but throughout 2017, I have reached over 1,300 titles. And that is excluding double dips. I've never been a real big double dipper, but throughout 2017, as I mentioned last year in this video, I really wanted to get into collecting steelbooks. I think last year I might have only had, I don't know, 20 steelbooks, you guys, and I've got like well over 100 now, like 150 maybe, and a lot of those are double dips. Steelbooks have pretty much become just a collectible thing for me. There's a couple steelbooks I have where that's the only edition I have of that movie, but the majority of my steelbooks are double dips. And the only other titles and the only other categories, movies that I own that I've been double dipping on lately are Disney. So there's a few Disney that are double dips, but for the most part, it's just pretty much steelbooks and Disneys that I've double dipped on. So if you count the double dips, right now my title number of Blu-ray movies that I have is 1,322. That is where I'm currently at. And like I said, last year was just over 500. So I've accumulated, over 800 titles in 2017. If you count the double dips, however, like the Steelbooks and the Disneys, we're probably talking like, I don't know, somewhere closer to 1,500, maybe 1,450 to 1,500, somewhere in that range. So I'm getting close to hitting the 1,500 mark, and it's getting pretty exciting. Now, in 2017, I didn't exactly jump on the 4K train. I think I mentioned last year in this video that I didn't really have a plan for it at that time. Well, throughout the year, I did get a couple 4Ks that are just steelbooks. So it was pretty much a situation where I really wanted that steelbook and they didn't have a Blu-ray version of it, so I just had to go with 4K. So there are a couple steelbooks that you guys will see that are actually 4K. This year, I definitely plan on getting into 4K now. I'm going to slowly start picking them up here and there. It's not anything I'm like rushing into, but I'm definitely planning on it. So I think that's enough talking now. Let's go ahead and get into this Blu-ray collection video. We know it's going to be a long one, but I'm going to try to get through it as fast as I can. I am going to break it down in different categories, and the categories are going to be the same as my Blu-ray updates. Just, throughout this video, I'll definitely show you what categories up next, and we'll just kind of keep going from there. So the way we're going to do it, these are the particular categories I'm going to showcase my movies in.
Steelbooks, including A to Z titles, DC Marvel, and horror. DC Marvel, including imprints, collector sets, box sets, and TV series. Horror, including collector sets and box sets. Scream Factory, including collector editions, regular Scream Factories, and box sets. Shout Factory. Vestron. Arrow. Vinegar Syndrome. Disney, including animated, signature collection, diamond edition, live action, and collector sets. A to Z titles, including collector sets and box sets and TV series.
So there you have it. That's how I'm going to break it down. Like I said, just like Blu-ray updates. The only thing that's going to kind of mix up things is going to be my steelbooks, because I want to show all my steelbooks together in one category, and a lot of the steelbooks are going to end up being horror, DC, Marvel, and things like that. So when I get to horror and when I get to DC Marvel, I'm not going to show the steelbooks in those categories. I'm going to keep steelbooks all together. So that's the only way That's the only difference of how I'm going to mix it up when I go, through my collection. So there you have it. Let's go ahead and get things started. I got a lot of movies to cover. I don't even know exactly if I'm going to get this all in one video. Hopefully I can, because I'm just going to fly through. I talk about and really show detail of all my movies when I get them in my Blu-ray updates and shopping videos and other collection videos. So like usual, I'm not going to talk about these. We're not going to waste time. I'm just going to fly through, show you the title, and go from there. So here we go. My complete Blu-ray collection as of December 31st, 2017. I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, we're going to go ahead and kick things off with my Steelbooks. I'm going to go ahead and do these in 3 different categories. It's going to be my A to Z Steelbooks, my DC Marvel Steelbooks, and my horror Steelbooks. So going ahead and kicking things off with the A to Z. And I'm not going to show the inside and out of these Steelbooks. I do that in my Blu-ray updates. I'm just going to go ahead to show you the front and back, and we'll just keep flowing through. So first one here, 8 Mile, Armageddon, and I know I'm going to have glare. I do apologize. Big, Big Lebowski, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, The Blues Brothers, Boys in the Hood, Butterfly Effect, Captain Phillips, Casino, Christmas Story, Commando, Creed, Doom. I've been trying to get all these Real Hero Steelbooks. I really like those a lot. I got a lot, but there's still a bunch I need to get yet. Edward Scissorhands. Kick-ass looking Steelbook. Elf. The Equalizer. E.T., the Extraterrestrial. Face Off. Fargo. This is Shout Factory. Love that Steelbook. Another Real Hero, Fast and the Furious. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. The Fifth Element. First Blood. Flight of the Navigator. Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters 2. Ghostbusters Remake. Ghost in the Shell. One of my favorite Steelbooks, The Goonies. The Green Mile. The Hangover. Hellboy. The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. Home Alone. This is the Home Alone 2 movie collection. You get part 1 and part 2 in here. Inception. Independence Day. Independence Day Resurgence. John Wick. John Wick Chapter 2. Jumanji. I think this is my only 4K in my A to Z collection. So this is the 4K Steelbook of Jumanji. Jurassic Park. The Karate Kid. King Kong. This is the, what is it, 2006 Jack Black one. Everybody calls it the 2006 Jack Black one. Labyrinth. Love this Steelbook. The Mummy. You guys will notice, you know, a lot of the movies are just the first one in the series, not like, you know, all of them. That's why I just try to do it that way. This is the 2017 Mummy, the Target exclusive. I haven't watched this yet. Should get on that. Power Rangers. Sausage Party. Scarface. Scrooged. Spaceballs. One of my favorites. Favorite Steelbooks. Space Jam. Stand By Me. Another one of my favorite Steelbooks. Alright, now we're getting into my Star Wars. Star Wars The Phantom Menace. Episode 1. Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Then we got, let's see here. I kind of have these like in chronological order of how the movies go. So next up would be Rogue One, Star Wars Story. Then we get into the original trilogy. Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. And then Star Wars Force Awakens, Episode 7. And I think April is when Last Jedi comes out. Stripes. Superbad. Taxi Driver. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is another one of my favorites. This is the original movie. Then we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the remake. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. This is the sequel to the remake. Terminator Genesis. This is the only Terminator movie I have on Steelbook for some reason. I really want to get a T2 Steelbook just because it's my favorite one. Titanic. Top Gun, Total Recall, another one of my favorites here, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Young Frankenstein. And then we're going to go ahead and end the A to Z with Harry Potter collection. This is just such a badass set. I was so happy to buy this when it came out. So let's go ahead and look at these individually. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. These Steelbooks are nice. They're simple but cool. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I gotta look at these titles because I just don't have them all memorized. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I don't have these in cases just because it's in that nice set anyway, so they stay pretty protected in there. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. And last, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. All right, so that's all my A to Z Steelbooks. Let's go ahead now and get into DC Marvel. I'm going to go ahead and start with the DC. These are pretty much just all my Batman ones. So we got Batman, Return of the Caped Crusaders. Love this Steelbook. And then the follow-up, Batman vs. Two-Face. The Lego Batman movie. Now we're going to get into like old school Batman. Original 1989 Batman. And then I got another 1989 Batman. This is just the plain one that you can find at like Best Buy. Still cool looking. And then Batman Returns. They got in this particular like set, they have Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, which I'm definitely gonna try to get this year. Now we'll get into the Nolan trilogy. Batman Begins. The Dark Knight. Dark Knight Rises. All right. And then now we'll go ahead and get into the DC Extended Universe. Man of Steel. So the first one in the franchise. These are those Steelbooks that Best Buy put out recently. Those like cartoonish looking ones. Here's just the standard Man of Steel. Okay, next up we got Batman v Superman. I like how they have that flipped around, that's cool. Another Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. This is the Best Buy exclusive cartoonish one. Okay. Then we got Suicide Squad 4K. This is another 4K that I have. Because when they released this, they didn't have a regular Blu-ray of that. And then when they re-released the cartoon ones, or I keep calling them cartoon, I should say more like comic book, but they did release a Blu-ray of it, Suicide Squad. Awesome looking. And then the last one, until Justice League comes out, we got Wonder Woman. And this is another 4K, because they didn't release this on Blu-ray. And then the very last DC title I have is Watchmen. All right, Marvel titles. We'll go ahead and start with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And we'll do these in order of release. Iron Man.
Incredible Hulk. Marvel's The Avengers. Iron Man 3. Thor: The Dark World. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Guardians of the Galaxy. Avengers: Age of Ultron. Ant-Man. Captain America: Civil War. Doctor Strange. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And the very last one, Spider-Man Homecoming. And this, again, is another 4K. Because they didn't release a Blu-ray of it. So there's the entire MCU, excluding a couple. You probably noticed that there were a few missing. Iron Man 2, Captain America, the First Avenger, and Thor 1. Those are the only ones that I'm missing. Those are pretty much the most expensive ones if you're trying to get all the MCU Steelbooks. I definitely plan on getting those, hopefully with taxes, very, very soon. But yeah, so moving along. The only two X-Men franchise Steelbooks I have. First one is X-Men Apocalypse. And then Deadpool. And I do plan on getting all the X-Men too. It's just one thing at a time. All right, we'll just go ahead now and finish the rest of the Marvel. Some of these are going to be some Marvel imprints and then just straight up Marvel. So starting with some imprints, the Men in Black titles. Men in Black 1. Men in Black 2. Men in Black 3. One of the only animated type Avengers movies I have is Hulk Versus. Then we got the only Disney Marvel, that is Big Hero 6. Yeah, believe it or not, this is Marvel. Fantastic Four remake. The 2003 Hulk before the MCU. And then the last for my DC Marvel is going to be the Spider-Man collection. This is that set that Best Buy released. You get 2 Steelbooks in here. One of them is going to be the Sam Raimi trilogy, and then the other one is going to be the 2 Mark Webb Amazing Spider-Mans. So pretty cool. They just come in this like case, almost like, you know, one of these standard protector cases. But then, like I said, you get 2 Steelbooks in there. So I'll go ahead and show you what they look like real quick. So I can't remember exactly what is which here. What do we got here? Okay, this is going to be the Sam Raimi trilogy. These are cool looking. I like these. And then these should be the Amazing Spider-Man. Okay, horror titles. We'll go ahead and start with just the couple Scream Factories that I have. These are some more that I don't have in protector sleeves right now. No reason, they happen to be the only Steelbooks that I have sealed. Because I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with these yet. But anyways, of course, the John Carpenter Steelbooks, Escape from New York. They Live. I'm so excited. They got I think in March, they got 2 more John Carpenter Steelbooks coming out. Assault on Precinct 13 and then Prince of Darkness. That's going to be badass. And then The Fog. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and do the Universal Monsters. These are the ones that got released exclusively to Best Buy. These are those Alex Ross artworks, and they all come with these sleeves, these slip covers that are clear plastic ones. So I didn't put these in cases, protector cases either. I just left them with the protector or with the standard sleeve on it. So, Creature from the Black Lagoon, the Wolfman, I should probably, yeah, I'm going to do that really quick. I'm going to take these off because they look differently with the sleeves off. Creature from Black Lagoon. Wolfman. Okay. Next up we got Dracula. We got Frankenstein. Okay. Bride of Frankenstein. I love these Steelbooks. They're so badass. The Invisible Man. And then the last one is The Mummy. I'm so pissed off, you know, they didn't release the Phantom of the Opera, which is basically part of the 8-film series. But I've whined about this several times before, so moving on. Now we'll just go ahead and get into all the rest of the horror Steelbooks. All right, Blair Witch Project, Child's Play, Christine, Evil Dead, Flatliners. Didn't have the title on the front, I had to look on the side. One of my favorites, The Fly. That's a badass looking Steelbook. Gremlins. Got this from my buddy Craig, Halloween. Love that one. This just got released recently by Arrow. Hellraiser. First one. Love that one. Love that Steelbook. Human Centipede Trilogy. Steelbook. Probably my all-time favorite Steelbook. It. The 1990 It. I don't know, well, you can see by the back is just all red, like, you know, more of his hair. Oh, love that Steelbook. Let's show it one more time. Lords of Salem. Got this from my buddy Craig as well, I believe. Lost Boys. I think I got this from Craig as well. It's been a while. I can't remember exactly. Misery. Another one of my favorite Steelbooks. Nightmare on Elm Street. This is the original. Another Steelbook I got from my buddy Craig. Popcorn. Such a cool looking Steelbook. Love that. Psycho. Again, as you guys can see, I just pretty much have like all the first movie in the franchise. Another one of my all-time favorites, Saw. Love this Steelbook. It's so badass. Scream. I got that from my buddy Craig as well. Love it. Sharknado. This is a cool looking one. Shaun of the Dead. And then the very last in the horror and in my Steelbook collection, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. All right, there you go. Whew, doing pretty good. Let's move on to the next category.
Okay, so we've made our way down to the man cave where we are going to run through a couple different categories. We're going to start right now with DC Marvel. Then we'll go over to the other side and do some horror, Scream Factory, all sorts of stuff. So let's go ahead, do the DC Marvel. And I did forget to mention at the beginning that there are some. I also have a lot of double dipping when it comes to DC and Marvel, just with various collector sets and things like that. So you'll see a few double dips as we run through. So let's take a look. All right, so this is my DC and Marvel little racks here. As you see, I got Marvel and then I got all my DC. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'll get the light turned on here. All right, first at the top here are all my slip-covered MCU in order. So we got Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America the First Avenger, Marvel's The Avengers, Iron Man 3, Thor the Dark World, Captain America the Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, Captain America Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, that Walmart exclusive slip, and Spider-Man Homecoming. Second shelf down here is just more MCU related stuff. These are all my TV series. We got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2, so got to get Season 3, and I think 4 is getting close to being released too, but I haven't seen any like US releases of them yet. Agent Carter Season 1, and I still got to get Season 2 of that, which they only have 2 seasons, and again, I haven't seen a US release of Season 2, but so I got to get the non-US release. Daredevil Season 1, so I got to get Season 2. And then there's some more, like Jessica Jones Season 1, Luke Cage Season 1. There's some more that I got to get to add to the MCU TV series, but that's all I got for those. All right, now we're just going to get into some just random Marvel stuff. Of course, we got the Blade trilogy, Blade 2, Blade Trilogy. Captain America, this is the like 1990s movie. Daredevil. Elektra. Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. Fantastic Four, the remake. Doomed, the untold story of Roger Corman's The Fantastic Four. This is like it's like a documentary based off of that 1994 film. Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. Howard the Duck. Hulk. The Punisher. The Tom Jane Punisher movie. Punisher Warzone. Then my Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. Amazing Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man 2. Alright, then the final shelf here, we get into all the X-Men. X-Men and the Wolverine collection. And here you're going to get X-Men, X2, X-Men The Last Stand, X-Men Wolverine Origins, and then you're going to get X-Men First Class, X-Men Days of Future Past, no, X-Men after that, I'm trying to remember here, and then, I think the Wolverine, then you get the Wolverine in here, so I think that's 6, anyway. So then here's X-Men Days of Future Past. And then we got X-Men Days of Future Past, the Rogue Cut.
Then we got Deadpool. It's the Target exclusive. X-Men Apocalypse. It's like that Target exclusive, like Digibook thingy. Logan, the Target exclusive Digibook. Now we get into the Marvel imprints. We got Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass 2. Kingsman the Secret Service. Kingsman the Golden Circle. Men in Black. Men in Black 2. Men in Black 3. And then some animated Hulk Versus. Planet Hulk. And then the complete series of the Spectacular Spider-Man. And that'll do it for just individual copies of Marvel titles. We'll go over to the Marvel cabinet now and I'll show you some other things. Alright, now inside the Marvel cabinet where I just kind of display all my various different items here, as you see some pops and things like that. So back here, this case here is the Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 1 collector set. So you get the first 6 films, which, you know, would be Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor 1, Captain America 1, and the Avengers. And then this set here is Phase 2. So it's going to be Iron Man 3 all the way up until, I think, like Ant-Man. That's that whole set. And then we go down here. We just had that like deluxe edition thing of Kingsman that came out not too long ago. I thought that was cool, so I just want to get that for the collection. And then we have a second copy of Deadpool because I really like that holiday slipcover of that. So that should do it for all Marvel. Let's go take a look at DC. All right, up at the top shelf here now, as you can see, this is my DC Extended Universe. I haven't gotten slipcover editions. I've been going with the Target Digibooks. Maybe at some point I'll get slipcover editions of these movies, but for right now I've just been getting those Target exclusive Digibooks. So, and they're all lenticular. So there's Man of Steel. Oop. Try not to let them fall over here. Batman v Superman. These are pretty damn cool. I love these. I'm just going to keep getting these. Suicide Squad. And then the last one is Wonder Woman. Okay. Now we get into my DC TV series. We got Arrow Season 1. Arrow Season 2, Arrow Season 3, Arrow Season 4, still got to get Season 5, The Flash Season 1, excuse me, Flash Season 2, still got to get Season 3. I actually started watching The Flash. It's a badass show. I've completed the first season. I got to start number 2. Gotham Season 1, I've started this. Gotten about halfway through Season 1. Gotham Season 3, I still got, or I'm sorry, Season 2, I still got to get Season 3 of that. DC Legends of Tomorrow, still Season 1, still got to get Season 2. And then Supergirl Season 1, still got to get Season 2 of that. So there's all my DC TV shows or TV series. All right, now we just get into some just various different DC titles. So Batman the movie, the 1960s one. Then we got the Batman Complete Motion Picture Anthology, Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. Dark Knight Trilogy, Christopher Nolan, Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises. I got so many copies of those movies, it's ridiculous. And don't know why this doesn't have anything on the spine. It pisses me off, but Catwoman. Green Lantern, Jonah Hex, The Losers, then my Superman Motion Picture Anthology. You get Superman, Superman 2, Superman 3, Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, and then Superman Returns. Really cool set. The only Scream Factory I have that isn't with the rest of the Scream Factories, and that is Swamp Thing. Just because it's a DC title, I keep it over here. I don't know. It was a tough call. Do I keep it with Scream Factory? Do I keep it with DC? I just decided to keep it over here. So there's Swamp Thing. And I heard that Return of the Swamp Thing Part 2 is actually coming to Blu-ray soon. Little triple pack here. We got V for Vendetta, Watchmen, and Constantine. I kind of want to get individual ones of those, but oh well. Now we're getting into more... excuse me. Imprints. We got History of Violence, Red 2, just a couple more here. Last imprint, Road to Perdition, Tom Hanks. Alright, now we just get into some animated stuff. Batman: The Return of the Caped Crusaders is that Best Buy exclusive. Batman vs. Two-Face, the Target lenticular exclusive slipcover. So happy when this just recently came to Blu-ray, Batman Mask of the Phantasm. And then I got this with my DC, the Lego movie, just because, you know, you get DC characters in here. And, you know, this one came before Lego Batman, so. Alright, so that's all my individual DC titles. And you guys are noticing, like, what's, like, below these shelves. These are just DVDs, so. Alright, just a little bit more DC stuff. Let's go over to the cabinet. Okay, so a couple different things in here. I'll move stuff out of the way. So this big white box set here is the Dark Knight trilogy again. The big deluxe set. Trying to get in here so you guys can see. So that's the whole trilogy. Awesome set. Just a little seal copy of the Dark Knight with like a little Batman cowl there. I found that pretty cheap. Thought that was kind of cool. And then the limited edition Blu-ray set of Dark Knight Rises. You know, you get the whole Batman cowl set there. All these big deluxe sets, you guys, I'm showing you right now. I have on unboxing videos. You just got to look through my playlist under collections, and you'll see full detail of all this stuff. And then down here, we got the Man of Steel little collector set thing there with the Superman logo. We got the complete Batman 1960s TV series in the big deluxe box set. And then we got the DC Universe animated films, all 35 to date. And like, again, I have unboxings of all these. So yeah, I think that's everything that's in the shelf here. Yeah. All right, so that'll do it for all my DC Marvel. Moving on.
Okay, so we have made our way over to the horror section. So now we're going to kind of run through all my horror titles. Which is, you know, there's going to be some box sets, collector sets, and then we'll just run through all the individual titles. So let's take a look.
So I got things kind of random here, like some of my box sets are just kind of in various different places, and, you know, sometimes you get like a box set that's got like the first so many films, and then you get some individual releases, and I just kind of keep them with it. So it's just going to be kind of scrambled until we get to... you know, them all alphabetized for individual ones. But so right at the top here, we got the Blu-ray set of the Universal Classic Monsters. You're going to get all 8, which, you know, Dracula, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Mummy, Frankenstein, Invisible Man, Phantom of the Opera, Wolfman, Bride of Frankenstein. Okay. Then this set here is the Black Maria box set collector deal of... the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 1974. And then here's just some other ones. Here is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake, and then Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, to the prequel to that. We got Texas Chainsaw, the cool lenticular slip. Brand new one, Leatherface. And then number 2 is with my Scream Factories. And then Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 3 is coming to Blu-ray, I believe, in March. So I'm pretty excited about that. Then the only other one that would be left not on Blu-ray would be Texas Chainsaw Massacre Next Generation. So hopefully we'll get that on Blu-ray soon. Just some more sets up here. We got the Nightmare on Elm Street. You get the first 7 films in here. The original up until Wes Craven's New Nightmare. And then here's that Nightmare on Elm Street remake with that awesome lenticular slip. Saw Complete Movie Collection, all 7 films, obviously excluding Jigsaw. Leprechaun Complete Movie Collection, all 7 films. And I suppose I should show you, just so you guys can see what's actually in these for those that might not know. Okay, then we get the Fly Ultimate Collection. You're going to get the 3 original ones and then the 2 remakes. It's a pretty cool set there. And then the Scream Collection, you get this big deluxe set with like a mask, Ghostface mask. And then you get all 4 Scream films in that set. So that's pretty badass. All right, and then moving over here, of course, we got the Friday the 13th Complete Collection, all 12 films. Then we get the Chucky Collection with the first 6 films. Of course, it shows right there, Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, and then the brand new one, Cult of Chucky, which I really liked. A lot of people didn't. That big deluxe Phantasm set. That was Well Go USA. Really nice set. You're going to get all 5 Phantasm films, even the newest one. Really nice collection. All right, way down at the bottom here, just more like a series of movies. So we got the Alien Anthology. You're going to get first 4 film Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and then Alien Resurrection. And of course, we got Prometheus. The newest one, Alien Covenant. Then we get into the Predator films. You get Predator, Predator 2, and Predators in that set. I'm laying down to do this. Then the Alien vs. Predator double feature, Alien vs. Predator, Alien vs. Predator Requiem. Final Destination films, we get 1, 2, 3, and 4, which 4th one is The Final Destination. And then Final Destination 5, really cool slipcover on that one. That was lenticular, I guess not. Hannibal Lecter set, you're going to get Manhunter, Silence of the Lambs, and Hannibal in that. Then a little Hellraiser 4-pack, Hellraiser Bloodline, Hellraiser Inferno, Hellraiser Hellseeker, Hellraiser Hellworld. Then Hills Have Eyes 1 and 2 remakes. We get the Hostel 2-pack, Hostel 1, Hostel 2. Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpse. Lost Boys set. Lost Boys The Tribe, Lost Boys The Thirst. Then we get Open Water 2 Adrift. Then we got Open Water 3 Cage Dive. That one was pretty good. We got the Ouija 2 film set, Ouija Origin of Evil. We get into the Paranormal Activity films, Paranormal 1, 2, and 3. Paranormal Activity 4. Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. Paranormal Activity, the Ghost Dimension. And we got the Purge 3 movie collection. All 3 of them, and I heard that we got part 4 coming this year, I believe. Sharknado 1, 2, and 3. Sharknado The Fourth Awakens. Sharknado Global Swarming. The 5th one. Ooh. Just drop the camera. Wrong Turn 1 through 5. You're going to get Wrong Turn 2 Dead End, 3 Left 4 Dead, 4 Bloody Beginnings, 5 Bloodlines, and then Wrong Turn 6 Last Resort. All right. Okay, now we're just going to kind of get into my just all the rest of my horror alphabetized here. So we got 31, 976 Evil, American Werewolf in London, Amityville Horror Remake, Anaconda, The Arrival, ATM, Better Watch Out, The Birds, Blair Witch Project, Blair Witch, whoops, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Buried, Bye Bye Man, Cabin Fever, Cabin in the Woods, The Call, Carrie, that's the remake, second remake, Cell, Christine, Cloverfield. I gotta get the slip for that. There's a slip for that one. If you guys come, as you're watching this video, any movies you see that I don't have slip covers for, and you guys have them, let me know. I would totally buy them. Anyways, Cloverfield, 10 Cloverfield Lane, Clown, The Collector, The Collection. So pissed that the first one didn't come with a slip. Same with the Conjuring movies. The first one does, second one doesn't. Conjuring, Annabelle, see, Conjuring 2, Annabelle Creation, The Craft, The Crazies remake. Looks like Arrow's got a edition coming out of the original one soon. Creepshow, Creepshow 2, The Crow, Cujo, Second Shelf, Devil, Don't Breathe, Don't Say a Word, Dreamcatcher, End of Days, Evil Dead 2, Evil Dead Remake, The Faculty, Fallen, Feast, The Final Girls, Flatliners, Flowers in the Attic, Frankenstein's Army, Get Out, Ghost Ship, Godzilla, the excuse me, 1998 one with Matthew Broderick. This is the most recent edition of Godzilla. The Good Son. So happy that just recently came to Blu-ray last year. Green Room. Gremlins. Gremlins 2, The New Batch. The Grudge. The Happening. Hard Candy. Hatchet. Hatchet 2. And Hatchet 3. And the fourth one actually comes out to Blu-ray, I think, next month. Victor Crowley. Looking forward to that. Hills Have Eyes 2, the original one. Hitcher remake. Hobo with a Shotgun. House of Wax. I Am Legend. Idle Hands. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Insidious. Third Shelf. Insidious Chapter 2. Another one of those deals where the first one didn't come with a slip, but 2 and 3 did. Insidious Chapter 3. Part 4 is in the theater right now. The Invisible. Stephen King's It. It Comes at Night. It Follows. Jack Frost 2, The Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. Jaws. Jeepers Creepers 3. Joyride. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. We are getting an Arrow release of this soon. Cannot wait. Knock Knock. Krampus. The Last Exorcism. The Last Exorcism Part 2. Last House on the Left original. The Last House on the Left remake. Legend. And you must wonder why I keep Legend with Horror, just the dude just. I look at him as a horror character. Lord of Darkness scared the shit out of me as a kid. Lights Out. Oh, kind of getting tough now. Maggie. Midnight Movie. Mirrors. Mirrors 2. The Mist. The Monster. Monster Squad. Mosquito. Mother Krampus. My Bloody Valentine, the remake. Night of the Living Dead. Just gotta pull these out now. Number 23. 1 Hour Photo. The Other Side of the Door. Phone Booth. Poltergeist, the remake. And the bottom shelf here, we got Psycho. Rest Stop, Dead Ahead. Rest Stop, Don't Look Back. Return of the Living Dead Part 2. The Ring, with that awesome lenticular slip. They're all falling over. Sorry about that. Rings. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Shark Night. The Shining. Signs. Silent Night, which is like the Silent Night, Deadly Night remake. Sixth Sense. Split. Stan Helsing. Stir of Echoes. Stitches. The Thing remake. Trick or Treat. Just about down here. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Tusk. And squeezing in the end here, Unbreakable. The Visit. The Wolfman. You're Next. And then one digibook of the Poltergeist original. All right. All right, then the last bit of horror is just a couple of random things here. Some documentaries, Crystal Lake Memories, Complete History of Friday the 13th. The Encyclopedia of Horror. I haven't watched this yet, but it looks like some cool documentary on horror movies. Then a couple of TV series. We got Ash vs. Evil Dead, Season 1. Still got to get Season 2. Love that lenticular slip. And last but not least, we got Stranger Things Season 1. Oh, I love this TV show. I cannot wait for Season 3. Can't wait for Season 2 to come to Blu-ray, but this is that cool deluxe box set, VHS box looking thing. All right. So, that is all my horror. Move on to the next category. All right, now we're going to get into Scream Factory, starting with collector editions. These are all in order of release. Halloween 2, Halloween 3, The Funhouse, Terror Train, They Live, Deadly Blessing, Prison, From Beyond, Phantasm 2, The Burning, The Howling, Life Force, The Fog, Day of the Dead, Prince of Darkness, Psycho 2, Psycho 3, Body Bags, Assault on Precinct 13, Night of the Comet, Cat People, Night of the Demons, Darkman, Sleepaway Camp, Lake Placid, Ginger Snaps, Phantom of the Paradise, Motel Hell, Pumpkinhead, Squirm, Dolls, Lord of Illusions, Class of 1984, Escape from New York, Sleepaway Camp 2, Sleepaway Camp 3, Mad Max, Dog Soldiers, People Under the Stairs, Shocker, Tales from the Crypt, Bordello of Blood, Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight, Army of Darkness, Garbage Pail Kids Movie, Serpent in the Rainbow, Village of the Damned, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Death Becomes Her, Manhunter, Jeepers Creepers, Jeepers Creepers 2, Return of the Living Dead, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Raising Cain, Carrie, The Thing, Child's Play, The Exorcist 3, Bubba Hotep, Dead Ringers, Rabid, Black Christmas, Dreamscape, Poltergeist 2, Poltergeist 3, Firestarter, RoboCop 2, RoboCop 3, Tales from the Hood, Serial Mom, Lawnmower Man, Species, Slither, Teen Wolf, Teen Wolf 2, Dawn of the Dead, Land of the Dead, Misery, Silent Night, Deadly Night, and the last one of the collector editions, Hell Night. All right, we're going to finish things out now with a couple of box sets and then just standard Scream Factories. So we got the Amityville set. You get Amityville Horror, Amityville The Possession, and Amityville 3D. Human Centipede, complete sequence, all three. And of course the big deluxe Halloween set. Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers, Halloween 5, Revenge of Michael Myers, Halloween 6, Curse of Michael Myers, Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection, and then the 2 remakes, Halloween, Halloween 2. And then we got Autopsy of Jane Doe, the Babadook. Sorry, this is hard to pull these out. Candyman, Candyman Farewell to the Flesh. It's like the only one that's released on Blu-ray right now in the US for some reason. That's part 2. Don't Knock Twice. Fender Bender. The Funhouse Massacre. Ghoulies 1 and 2. The Lesson. Nightbreed. Pumpkinhead 2. Stung. Town That Dreaded Sundown. And last, Troll 1 and 2. Alright, so that's all my Scream Factories. Moving on to the next category. Alright, so I don't have a lot of Shout Factory, but I just have a couple I'm going to show you here. I talked about this in my last Blu-ray update where I'm starting to get into the Shout Selects. So just a couple of these. This is number 1, Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the 8th Dimension. And then this is number 5, the Bill and Ted's Most Excellent Collection. You get both Bill and Ted movies in here. And then third one is Mr. Mom, That is number 28, collector edition. And these are all the Shout Selects. And then I have just one other Shout Factory, and that is UHF. This is just a regular Shout Factory special edition. So there's all my Shout Factories. Not a lot, but hopefully soon we'll start getting all the Shout Selects. All right, now get into my Vestrons. I got all 12, and we got 2 more coming out this Tuesday, actually, 13 and 14. But we'll just go ahead and run through these. Shopping Mall, Blood Diner, the Waxwork films, Waxwork and Waxwork 2, Lost in Time, Return of the Living Dead 3, Chud 2, Bud the Chud, Lair of the White Worm, Parents. I'm a big fan of Vestrons. I just love them. The Gate. Sorry. Wishmaster Collection. You're going to get all 4 Wishmaster films there. Just a kick-ass collection. The Unholy. The Warlock Collection. You're going to get all 3 Warlock films. And then the most recent one, Slaughter High. Moving on, we're going to run through my Arrow titles now. Children of the Corn, Chud, deluxe set of Hills Have Eyes, the original, and of course the big deluxe set of Hellraiser 1, 2, and 3. And then House 2 Stories, first 2 films. And then just ending things here with my Vinegar Syndromes. As you can see, I don't have a lot of Arrow and Vinegar and stuff like that, but I got a few. Christmas Evil, Madman, Jack Frost, love that lenticular slip, Slaughterhouse, Ice Cream Man, and Disconnected.
All right, so that'll do it for everything down here in the man cave. DC, Marvel, all my horror, Scream Factory, Shout Factory, Vestron, Arrow, Vinegar Syndrome. Now we're going to head back upstairs to finish this video. And as I can tell, I'm already over an hour, so we're going to go ahead and cut this video now, and we're going to end it with the rest, which is, I believe, Disney's, and then A to Z titles. So that'll be part 2. So make sure you guys go check out part 2 to this video. And thank you for watching the first half. We'll see you guys in the next video.